Sorry.
What was the problem, anyways?
Sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. They can hear us now. Ah. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tamari's CD Summer Showdown Tournament. I am here, Bluntman420, with my fellow crew, Ray. Say hello.
Hello.
And the awesome Melon.
Oh my god, howdy, y'all.
And I'm here excited to have another great match with another great team. It looks like everyone here is ready to go. Ray, do me a favor and introduce the team and introduce the perk layout.
Yep. Yep. So this time we got Topwolf on a gunslinger. We got Policedom on commando. We got Song on sharp. We got NQ on sharp. We got Alex on gunslinger, and we got Emma on SWAT. So this seems to be like the guys will be running the nomadic, or at least for now. But yeah, looking to be very exciting.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be really exciting. They're going for that nomadic bonus, which is a nice little bonus points. It's a part of the set of points that you can get, the bonus points you can get, the nomadic bonus. There's the time bonus. Um, Ray, are there any other bonuses you are aware of?
I mean objectives, right?
Objective bonuses,
Yeah.
right? There's a bunch of extra points they can get. So Nomedic's very exciting because Nomadic can be pretty tough, it's people take medics for granted, right? It's nice to be healed and not to worry about it, you know? So, this team's gonna have to worry about healing each other, you know?
To be fair, seeing like looking at their lineup, it also seems like they're all playing their main perks. So Top Wolf, as we know, is like the primary gunslinger
Mm-hmm.
player. Emma is on SWAT, which is surprising to me because I have never seen Emma play SWAT before. And Q and Song obviously are sharpshooters, and they're both like really great at it. And Police Dom on Commando, so they seem to be playing what they're really most comfortable with, and this should like really help with how much comfortable they should be at like just handling every situation. So yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I really enjoy this map, by the way. This map, Thrills Chills, is a throwback map to KF1. The KF1 had this version of Thrills Chills. It's a little bit different, but it was one of my favorite maps in KF1. I loved all the KF1 Christmas themed things. I like the music a lot, so I tend to play them every now and again. Um, and this is one of my favorite maps of all time. I was really happy to see this map come in, and it's fun to play CD on this map as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been here around for KF1 on this map, but just playing this map, Killing Floor 2 is feels good. Feels really good. Especially like at least for this map in particular with the objectives that are set up, it
Yeah,
feels really dynamic because some of the holds they can be with a lot of space, but some of the objectives are like really tight and don't give you a lot of room to work with, which should also play more like for dangerous situations while also not having a medic. So we can see how they will handle that.
yeah, indeed, indeed. I'm excited to see all where the objectives are. There's a really fun hold that I like. I'm sure everyone calls it the alternative hold. It's a really cool hold. I hope to see some teams play that hold.
But the one with the bridge, right?
The run by the bridge and Frosty's mug.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. That's a good one. That's a good one. I would think we're ready to go. If everyone else is ready to go, then let's do this. Let's get some action.
Yep.
Boom. I love the theme of this map too. Like just the look of this map, the lighting,
The Christmassy feel.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's the snow, you know. I don't really get a lot of snow out where I'm at, but it looks nice. It looks nice.
All right, they're ready up. Let's go.
Let's do this.
All right. So what will they bring us for wave one? I wonder what they will come up with. Because we have to remember, right? This is nomadic, so
Mm-hmm.
time bonus is just like as important as any other bonus. In round
Mm-hmm.
one, everyone neglected time bonus, and I don't think any team really went for time in particular. But considering this time, they might have analyzed that and they might have considered doing that, especially since they're doing nomadic. And
Right. Right.
any single point they get will be getting the multiplier. So it's like it's really important for them to like squeeze out everything they can get.
Right. Right. And it looks like they're headed near the alternate hold. I might get my wish early. Early Christmas wish.
Alright, they seem to be holding here. I think this is what wave
I
object
spoke
to
too soon.
wave 4, right?
Is it? Nice. Looks like they just got the commando lane down into the bar here.
I wonder how this will work out for them in terms of speed. I wonder how much time this round will take.
Right.
Because I think just based from experience, if you hold like main hold on round 1, it's pretty fast. It's like really fast. It's probably sub 2 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's good to get your wave 1 really, done really quick because you got a lot of slow movers in wave 1.
Right on the money.
They could really lag the time. So it looks like Policedom is just kind of like glancing at both lanes.
I wonder if this is gonna be their like hold, like in the intermission hold, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right, nice. Handle that
Nice
Scrag
freeze on
very
the
safely.
Scrag.
Yeah.
Yeah. You normally want to save your freezes for groups, but like early waves, just,
I mean, just
just
dump
get
it,
it
right?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get it done.
Seems to be pretty good in terms of speed. Okay.
Yeah, things are going well. It's only about 30 to go.
Now the question is, what trader will use for this? I think
Right.
the main hold trader, right? Unless they.
Yeah, main hold traders, it's a good distance. It's a good distance from pretty much everything. Nice equidistance.
Okay, the hunting begins. I think what they're trying to
Another
do.
stick here.
Yeah, they're spreading out, and what they're trying to do essentially is to find all the remaining Zeds, so
Right.
they don't wait for the Zeds to just arrive.
Right, let's get them done. There's always that Scrake that's off wandering in yonder
Yes.
land, There's always that bloat who's just like, I got lost.
So what we noticed here is Emma buying 1858 for top, so he doesn't waste time dropping his weapons. Because what you can usually do as a gunslinger, instead of buying dualies, you buy one dually, you drop it on the ground, you buy a second one, and that way you can have like full ammo, especially for 1858s. But what Emma did in particular, is she bought that dually for Topwolf, so he doesn't have to buy it, which is like also a time saving.
Right, that's a really good observation. That's a really good strategy on them, just making it go quick,
Yeah.
'Cause they want to really capitalize on this nomadic bonus.
All right.
It's the same hold again.
Yeah, seems like it's their hold of choice, I guess. Also in terms of grenades, so in total we have 8 freezes, which is like 4 freezes and 4 stuns. But yeah, 8 utility grenades. So gives them plenty of room and plenty like breathing
Yes.
room to make. But yeah,
Yeah, they can slow things down. Freezes are great. You can really, freeze big packs of larges. And you could also just, if you're in a bind, you could just slow things down for a second. Nice job dealing with these quarters.
yeah, those quarters didn't have a chance. Let me tell
No,
you.
they got destroyed. Some nice extends from Policedom.
The flow seems to be really fast on this one. Really.
Yes, it is.
I think because they're holding like a really corner and like cramped up spot, they're
Right.
triggering a lot of spawners.
Right. Because when you're around a corner for something, those spawners will activate.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
why,
I mean,
I
like
was saying in the last match I spoke on or commented on, if you get backed up around a certain corner, that spawn volume activates and it's hard to regain your spot.
yes. Especially like on some lanes on different maps, it can be really tricky.
Here's a race, Flesh Pound. He's coming on in. Coming in hot, but he's decapped and gone.
Right. Now I'm really looking to this wave 3 objective. It's like that's what I want to see. The wave 3 objective is it for this kind of setup.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice stun on that Scrake. Bar stun on that Scrake. Here's another race Scrake on Songahmwolf's and Alexandru's side.
I also find it interesting that they get so much flow just from that little area. Okay, I mean it's not like just from that the bar area, right? It all comes from like the main hold and the truck spawn, but like they get almost nothing like to their right, which is like really surprising since that area also is like populated with spawns all over the place.
Yeah, they must be somehow blocking that spawn volume. And that Scrake's pushing them in pretty good, but that's what freezes are really good for. Kind of just stop in those moments.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if they're not having a medic, then they gotta use the utility. You know what I mean?
Nice, pretty quick work of this wave. It's not over yet, though. Had to de-raise that Flesh Pound. De-raging Flesh Pounds can be really helpful. It could also be really scary.
Yes,
If you don't back up enough, that Flesh Pound will hit you a second time.
Alright. They seem to be a little bit behind on this one. They could have started moving faster there, so it's fine. They're an objective, okay. Let's see.
Still
Let's see.
making good pace.
Yes, 100%. So let's see what they come up for, like, with this hold. Because there is like no space here, like 0.
Ammo check, people. Watch it, reloading.
Ah, yes, in the petting zoo.
Let's get you sorted.
Someone needs some cash.
Money. Looking for a good home.
Oh man, this is gonna be a really fun hold. This is a brutal hold.
No, this is still like wave 3, right? So not much in terms of largest, but even with that small amount that wave 3 presents with, this hold can prove to be a challenge if not handled correctly.
Yeah, it can be really fast. Trash says they may be easy to kill, but they can overwhelm you, and that's just something you really want to avoid. And that's why it's always good to have good trash clear with you on a team.
Hey, that little door right there, it's good until it isn't. It's like, it's good until 2 flash bombs and a Scrag show up, and you gotta handle that.
It looks like they got 2 on the door, almost KF1 style. Like door grinding. Really interesting.
They seem to be peeking outside and like aggressively, almost aggressively, like holding it, right? Which obviously gives them like an upper hand in terms of reaction times to stuff that's gonna come, but it also means that spawners close will not spawn Zads, so Zads will have to take some time to arrive. We should also give them less and less time bonus.
Right, they're gonna have to hold with this. The Zeds are gonna have to spawn around the corner.
Yeah.
Good start on this. There's a Flesh Pound and a Scrake rolling in through the little door. Nice stun. That's
look at that.
Really clutch. Look at that. That Flesh Pound's still alive though, and they need to deal with him. He's still alive. He's got ahead and needs to die. There we go.
Oh my god.
That was a scary moment right there.
That was
Good thing there were
Topwolf
no
cutting it
crits.
really close.
Good recovery on that. That was a big moment, but you know, sometimes it's a game of runs, and you just have to hold the Zeds, hold the Zeds steady.
Really nice healing for Topwolf. I think like whole team like pitched in just to heal him, like to drop that little syringe.
Yeah, that's good teamwork, good coordination. Song. I'm sorry, Topwolf getting hit by the Husk, my favorite pastime. I'm noticing that a lot of these Zeds are actually pathing to that door from that corner.
Oh.
Flesh Pound came from that. Flesh Pound came around the corner and pathed to the door.
Oh, which doesn't make sense, right? Like you'd think that that corner would pass to the big door, but it doesn't. Alright, nice. One's quick dealt with.
Yeah, they have good control over it right now. Almost done with the objective hold. Nothing like a good Zed time to solve things. Got another strike coming through that door with a good freeze.
Yeah, those bloats in that little doorway also are not helping at all.
They can be helpful, but they can be really brutal. Running Husk coming through that door, that's always scary.
You know he's up to no good when he's running a shit like that, right?
You know, the Husk is running, man. I'm just saying. Like.
Alright, I think that would be the last
Objectives
flash.
complete?
Yeah, they handle it really well. Only one scary moment, which is like really good.
Indeed. Looks like they're gonna make quick work of this Flesh Pound.
Alright, nice. They pushed out, Right, looking good, looking good. So wave 4, I don't think there's... No, there is. Yes, there is. So wave 4 also has an objective. Which is the area that they held during wave 1 and wave 2, I think.
Well, it's good practice for them.
Yeah?
Still got 5 to go. These Zeds are not cooperating with them.
Yeah, they're not making it any easy.
Or is this last one?
How's everyone doing? Still in one piece?
Oh, yeah, that flash bomb did not want to do it quick.
Nope, nope. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, however. Well, so far, so good. 3 waves. Let's see if they can keep it up. So I like that the SWAT has a 201. The SWAT holding the 201 can really really give some good heals.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Also, look at that nail gun. Look at that nail gun.
yes.
Let's go.
Anyone need a weapon?
So the SWAT in Zed time gets, I forget what the skill is called actually off the top of my head right now, but it gets infinite ammo in Zed time, which is really fun. But it also gives infinite darts for the 201. So in no medic runs, you'll often see a SWAT because SWATs can shoot so many darts in Zed times.
Yeah, that's that time healing. It's like a turret.
It's amazing. It really is. And it's just another reason why Zed time really, really is important in this game. Oh, I hear a large
Double FP around the corner.
double
for,
FP.
Yeah. Yeah, that was breeze.
Nice quick work, and that's another good reason for the nail gun. because of the nail gun's piercing damage, it does a lot of good damage on flesh pounds.
Ooh, look at that. Look at the bridge. They have 2 Scrags and 2 flash bombs behind that.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So Alex is
Started
starting
with
that Scrag early. Let's go. That's the move. Right, now let's see. 2 flash bombs around the corner, they arrive. Let's see how that's... Yeah, okay, they got that time. They got that
No.
time.
I heard something in the back, but they dealt with it, so I didn't see anything afterwards.
Yeah, I think there was like a quarter pound there.
And they got him. With the jumper. Now that bridge ain't done. Let's give it him 3/4 pounds.
Oh, look at that. And it to Scrag. Let's go. Look at that. That bloat slowing down 3/4. Wow.
Brutal.
That hellspawn proper pissed off.
You know, quarters, if you pay attention to them and you deal with them quickly like that, they're not a big deal, but you let them get too close, they can really be a wrecking ball.
Yes, yes. Especially combined with like other larges. If you have like a pack of quarters and they take priority, so other larges will just walk onto you. And that is like bad news. Especially like in a lane as tight as theirs.
Right.
Like, yeah, that is like
Right.
to be dealt with ASAP.
So many times, like, a raged quarter has messed takedowns up for me. It's, ugh.
Ooh, interesting. They have 2 flesh pounds each coming from a different direction now and 2 rage now.
Raging, yeah.
Topwolf, okay, NQ got the other one. Let's see. Alright, Emma's
Here he
helping.
comes. He came through, did not care about Emma in there, and was dealt with. Good.
Nice, okay. That could have been scary. Handled really well.
Sometimes flesh pounds just focus on somebody. Nice freeze over here in the alley on another double flesh pound. No, sometimes a flesh pound will just focus on somebody and they'll just run past whoever. You can be as helpful as you want and try to tank a hit and it just won't care.
Yeah, like he will just move and like you won't be able to get him. Right, it seems like it's like 6 Zeds, all of those are Scrakes and Husks. Alright, nice.
Yep.
Right,
One
next
left.
is wave 5. I believe it's just...
Quick ending.
Yes. The time is incredible, like only 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, it's going real quick. Those Zeds at the end there were much more cooperative.
Yeah, none of them just running around the map, everyone's close, easy to kill. Ooh, look at Emma buying Chris. Interesting.
Very interesting.
It's quiet and we're all alive.
That's a pretty classic SWAT loadout, Chris nail gun 201. It's a lot of bullets.
You need the right tool for the
A lot of fun to
right
shoot. Can be
job.
very expensive.
Sure.
That is true. Chris and Nailgun can get really expensive for SWAT, so...
Right.
I don't think anyone is running like any unusual loadout. I've been looking at like Song and Top, and everyone seems to be running pretty much mainstream loadout for the perk.
Didn't like that, did you?
Ooh, that main lane is about to get heavy. Triple FP from Bridge, I believe, and
Oh, yeah.
triple Scrake from left side. Okay, it's only double FP, but still. Has plenty of larges coming in
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, they'll have to deal with them quickly. Let's see if they can hold this push.
Right, the Scrakes are dealt with. It's
Scrake is done. Flesh pounds are in their face. Nice
Yeah,
freeze.
let's go.
And a perfect time for a Zed time.
What a timing for real. Like every time there's a large
time,
from that
yeah.
bridge.
I'm telling you. From 2/4 around that bridge. This does seem like a fun lane. I've never held this lane personally, but it seems like fun.
It definitely does. It feels like it can be really spicy while also being really calm, and it's like
Indeed. It's like they got a rage. Oh, never mind. I'm mistaken. I am mistaken.
oh, they got two FPs from far.
Ah,
Okay.
see, that's what I was calling early.
Alright, well, yeah, this is
Nicely done.
flesh bones. What flesh bones?
I got a single one coming around the corner with a single Scrake coming around from the bridge.
That's how you get this going, Rocket.
Yeah, I want to see more back.
Cafe is going to get 3 Scrakes and a Flesh Pound in about 5 seconds.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. See, they got Topwolf and Emma on that lane. And Policedom pops some shots whenever he wants.
Now, Policedom has been really, really doing incredible job with these extensions.
Yes, he's been very consistent with the extensions.
Not a single set time was like dropped, I think. Every time they just needed extensions to kill larges, they had them. And like a perfect amount as well.
Right. Just for perspective for the crowd, you can extend one extension is about 3 seconds long. So that is a long time if you get 6 extensions. That can give your team so much time to use those level 25 skills.
Yeah. Especially for like Gunslinger with the skill that allows you to shoot in real time.
Right.
Like, that can be a lot of damage really quick.
If you're using a skill that has infinite ammo in Z time, like Firebug or SWAT, I mean, it's a blast.
Right, now this is wave 6 objective. It's good. I love this objective. Like, it has a lot to offer.
Monsters.
You see those spawns? Like, you see those... I think those like...
Right.
And
It's not
there's that area
almost
that has like large spawners there. So that can give you...
I love it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I love the excitement of large spawns.
Money.
Especially the ones that like can't be blocked, because I think that those spawners cannot be like blocked by just like line of sight, so they will spawn no matter what.
Yeah, and if they don't deal them quick, you know, as we found out with Steam Fortress, like they will rage eventually because they've seen you.
Yes, time rages
Flesh
are...
pounds will at least. Scrakes won't, but flesh pounds, yes, they will.
Ooh, interesting call. Look at that. Wow. Okay, that is incredible. They're basically like holding a little circle together.
Little corner, yeah.
Yeah. That means that they will be triggering a lot of corner spawns, like around them. Like there is on Trader Pod, there is a spawn,
Right.
and they are like triggering, and that is also like a large spawner.
Yeah, as you can see, these Zeds are starting to come in pretty quick. They're just spawning literally right around the corners.
Yeah, I think there is like a reason why they decided to do it. Like, and that would be the exact reason why, right? Because they want for stuff
For
to spawn
speed.
close. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Bridge Lane seems to be giving them stuff. A QP and a Scrake and a Flesh Pump coming in really soon.
A Fleshbound taken care of in the tent, no problem. This bridge lane is going to be exciting right now.
Yeah, usually that bridge lane is like sort of heavy. Like and stuff. Ooh, triple QP coming. No one sees that.
Oh,
triple
triple
QP
QP
on
pen.
top of them. Nice stuns. That
Listen.
time just in time for that. Let's go. Okay.
Listen to that SWAT shooting in Z time.
That nail gun just
It's
going
too-
wild.
Too good. It's too good. The Fleshdown coming in now. We're getting into the later waves, so we're gonna start seeing more larges here.
That triple QP, that was scary. Like,
Yeah.
I see that triple QP, I see no one looking at it, and I'm like, oh my god, they're so close. They're like so close.
That's a
Okay,
wrecking
one
ball.
flashbang from that corner. Unfortunately, that's like not enough to even scare them. And Z time
Yeah.
too. Did you see that? That flashbang just
Perfect
popped up. Yeah, exactly. Like Z time
So
just there.
That's the benefit of the two sharpshooters. The two sharpshooters just they have so much opportunity to trigger Z time with headshots.
That is true.
We've been noticing a lot of teams. I think almost every team ran two sharpshooters, if not every team. It's insane. The amount of Z time they get trigger is just too much.
Oh my god, look at the bridge. Look at that bridge. Triple spray, double FP.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, they're like kind of split, so maybe it won't be like that big of a deal, but... And
Yeah,
that's
Z time again.
That time right on time.
As that time might end by the time that fleshbound gets around. Let's see if they could peek him.
Okay.
Here we go, fleshbound. Scrake's still back there behind the bloat.
Ooh, two flash bombs around the corner, and a Scrake around the corner coming in. Alright, everyone's on top of that. That should be fine. I gotta say, I'm really surprised. Oh, okay, that was close. Hey, they're like Topwolf did not take any damage. Like I'm just saying.
They're doing a really good job. There's a lot of really good communication going on, as you could tell. They had that Scrake and Fleshbound come in from that corner near the edge,
Yes.
and that Scrake was dancing around. He was not being cooperative, and that could have been very chaotic.
I gotta say, I'm surprised that there were no spawners from like those fences, right? Like below the Ferris wheel. Like, yeah. I expected there to be more stuff than there was, but it spawned like I think what, 2 Gorefests?
Yeah, it did. It did spawn 2 Gorefests. Pretty much.
Put on the armor
Alright,
of
but
God, so you may
again, they're like
stand
doing
against
incredible
the
job.
Yeah,
Not only
they're-
they're fast,
22 minutes so far.
yes, this is actually unbelievable.
They're racing through this like the Fast and the Furious, you know?
Topwolf going all the way back for something.
Family.
Smooth sailing. Let's not get all sloppy.
Okay, they seem to have sorted it out.
Right with ya.
A bit of a mishap in terms of spares, I believe.
New toy if anyone's interested. Anyone needs something dangerous?
We too much human for you, Zeds. Anyone want this?
I love a bit of banter, but let's keep our eyes
All right,
All right, so
they're-
back to the old hold.
They are still okay. This trader is taking some time for them.
Yes, it
yeah.
is. Took almost a minute.
Yes. The
They
longest
made it.
trader so far for
Definitely,
them.
definitely. And the trader time is counting, so just for anyone wondering.
Yes, sir. Those seconds are going down.
Mhm.
You're
They
buying
are.
that eagle, and those seconds are going down.
That cloak dead, careful.
All right. Seems like this is indeed their like go-to hold.
Yeah, this is
I'm-
definitely. They're comfortable
I'm-
here.
I'm really looking forward to them holding that same spot for Wave 10. Because Wave 10 is like no objective, and it's like just a regular hold, so most likely they will do this hold.
Right. And,
And-
you know, it's wave 10.
Wave 10 ASL, it's no joke.
Yeah, wave 10.
Actually.
You know, I actually don't think, I think I neglected to say this. We are on ASL 48 Max Monsters, and yeah, ASL wave 10. People say it. ASL has hands.
Yes, for sure.
Up to the quarters, no one's looking on the left, and a fleshbound
Ooh.
right behind him. 2 fleshbounds coming around that corner.
Oh my god, they're
Double
about to get
straight
heavy.
behind him.
And from the bridge, they have triple FP from bridge coming in really soon, and Z time
really-
will end by that time.
They really needed that Z time, but they could use more.
Okay, they cleaned it up real fast. Oh my god, that is...
Need to freeze that. Oh, unfortunately, only one fleshbound got frozen, but hey,
That's
hey, Z time. Z time, baby. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
That was good. That was like a really good sequencing as well.
Yeah, indeed.
Full that time, clear left side, right side from the bridge, comes up, freeze that, deal with it. That time pops, kill the last that, and it's like all clear. And that was incredible. It was a really good job from them. And that is just wave 7. That's what I mean. That on wave 7 you get this kind of spawn, then wave 10 it's yes, I want to see this.
I hear something through the cafe. It looks like a raging fleshbound coming through the cafe. See a Topwolf can handle it. Nicely done.
Again, I think it's like worth mentioning that they're taking little to no damage here.
Yes, that's really important with no medic runs, right? Because obviously
Yes.
there's no medic, so you do want to avoid the amount of damage you could take, right?
Yeah, you don't have that kind of sustain as you have with a medic, so you cannot like take unnecessary damage or like chip damage.
Right. Just got a quarter pushing in through the cafe. Policedom on it with the extensions. Nicely done. Looked like someone called out to Policedom about some trash Zeds to extend off.
Yes, and I think it's also very important because that lane, like, it might give you trash, but that trash may be spread out between like different angles, right? So it's like really important for them to give information to their commando.
Right, indeed.
Right, they're doing an incredible job. It's like 40 Zeds left, they've handled everything incredibly well.
Right. They got another large spawn coming from the bridge here. A couple flesh pounds.
Yeah. Nothing they can't handle though.
Nothing they
so-
can't handle, yeah, you know. This team, I've noticed, is they look very well organized. You could tell just by little things like, hey, Policedom just looked over to his right and killed a crawler. You know, someone's telling him that. And,
Yes.
you know, that's always important, especially when you're in, you know, a competitive environment like we are here.
And Policedom in general as a commando has like a really great awareness.
Yes.
He's looking everywhere at every single moment, and like he knows about what's going on here, what's going on there. He knows about the crawler that just like being the corner on a different lane. I've seen that
Right,
guy commando, and
indeed.
he's doing like some miraculous stuff.
Yeah, he's definitely a really good commando. So we got another objective here, wave 8. Oh, this alley.
I wonder what they'll
Okay.
what their like
okay.
decision for holding because like this hold can be split in different lanes, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Essentially, it's like 3 lanes. So I wonder what their split will be like. Because I think like
Yeah,
the-
they could do the traditional three-way split, or
Cheers.
they could go maybe a little unconventional.
let's see. I want to see some solo lanes.
Solo landing is always scary, but fun.
I actually just noticed. I think I'm like super late to this, but NQ is carrying Hemo as a sharp, which is also a really good move when you're running no medic. Because that Hemo gives like a good amount of healing. And Sharpshooter as a perk can really go a long way without SPX, which is usually taken instead of Hemo.
Right, especially if you're playing a certain role as sharp. If you're not being leaned on as a large killer, you can just kind of forego an SPX and just make Z time and kill trash.
Yes, exactly.
That is an extremely valuable role, right? On any CD team, there's always roles to play, and you know, one person doesn't fit their role, doesn't want to play their role, then that can be disastrous.
Yes, yes. I think. Ooh, oh, we have triple FP coming in from that little long. I don't know what to call this, like a long
Oh.
lane.
The alley with
Yeah, the
alley with
alleyway.
down.
Nice, dealt with.
Oh,
Really.
it made
well.
really quick work.
Now, I want to briefly talk about how they are holding this, because you can see
Right.
that while they have 3 dedicated people, so they have like
Mhm.
Topwolf and Songahmwolf looking at that big lane, and then we have NQ looking at a back lane. The
Mhm.
3 other guys, Policedom, Emma, and Alex, are looking everywhere. They're like,
Right.
which is like incredible, right? Because they can assist any lane if trouble comes. So if they get like
Right.
a large spawn, they are on top of it, and they have like a good amount of people, damage, and utility to deal with that.
Right.
So it's like it's a really good decision to hold this way. I really like this.
Right. And I noticed that they dragged Alexandru over when they got that triple flesh pound spawn.
Yes, yes. The way they reacted to it, right? Like they just
Yeah.
had 3 people group up, go in, kill it, go back, and
Right.
yes, it was really good. Again, they're like handling this really smoothly. Like look at their armor. Look, like what is that? No
Yeah.
damage taken, like almost like some like chip damage, which is totally fine. That triple FP did not exist. It just spawned. It freeze and it. Yes, let's go. In play.
Right. It's you can't pressure someone. You can't pressure like someone who's not a medic to heal you. It's hard. That dart does not recharge like a medic dart recharges.
Yes, no, of course not. No, yeah. I mean, especially like if there's not only one person taking damage, but multiple, right? That makes the situation even worse. But which is why when you're running no medic, not only medic should be the one to heal. Look at that extension. Policedom just got a knife extension. That is iconic. Iconic
is-
Policedom extension.
That is his signature move.
Let's go.
Got a couple scrapes coming in that middle lane. Nothing too big to worry about. Oh, with that flesh pound, I looked away and he came flying through like the Kool-Aid man.
Nice, and that's objective done.
Well
There's only
yeah.
70 Zs left. Let's go. That's really good. So now they just have to clean up.
Yep, they just have to clean up. They're gonna stay here and finish this hold out.
Ooh, 2 raging flash bombs coming on top and Song, but they got extensions.
Nothing a good Zed time can solve. Oh, 2 more flesh pounds.
Oh,
coming around
3.
the corner.
What a bash!
Nice.
Topwolf bashing that flash bomb, that was incredible.
Flesh pound
Oh.
from the other side now, from the
Oh.
Pangzer. 2 of them. Nice freeze.
200 Q freeze right there from NQ, freezing 1 and blocking the raging flash bomb.
Yeah, that's too good. That was really fortuitous right there. Just freezing that flesh pound. That flesh pound stood up and blocked the raging one.
Yes,
I mean, that is fantastic.
Right now the hunt phase begins. Hey,
Right.
listen, I wanna do some war room action. I have a feeling
Yep.
that this will not be like any kiting for this team, but I want a war room at some point.
Yeah, I think one of these next 2 ways is ideal for a war room.
I just want to hear them communicate because the game has been going so smooth for them. They've been doing an incredible job at like
Right.
everything they do, right? No damage. They've been doing incredible extensions, and it feels like they've been communicating well. So I want to hear that. Yeah.
That's definitely.
Heads up, reload. Quite pretty, really, apart from the monsters.
This objective can be tricky. The stairs seem to trip people up. I mean, they trip me up sometimes. So
Yes.
this can be very, very scary. Depending on where these spawns come from.
Also really depends on how they hold this, right? Because
Right.
with with some distancing to stairs, you can make it less of a problem, but then you're basically compromising on it in terms of like giving up the ground already, like even
Right.
starting. So
Right.
yeah, it really like let's see how they like, how they hold this, because this can I think like, but like just looking at their team, right? I think the way they've been playing, I think stairs should be like no problem for them.
Yeah, they've been holding really well, but you can't get comfortable. Like honestly,
That is
it's
true.
you anytime you get comfortable, that's when some disasters happens. So there's triple quarter coming down the stairs where Topwolf is.
Lucky for them, Topwolf started one Scrake in the barn,
Mm-hmm.
and that Scrake got stuck, and they had all the time to kill the quarters.
Yep. Zed
That
time
was
pop. Oh,
yes,
both the
and
Scrakes
that's-
played. But deleted.
no. Topwolf's just doing Topwolf things, you know.
I noticed the quarter tried to sneak in through the back there, but the SWAT Emma made quick work.
Banging one in.
I really think this map looks pretty. It's a really pretty setting.
Yes, absolutely. This map looks fantastic.
It's the perfect setting for the airing of grievances with Festivus.
Yes. Okay, we have double FP with one bit behind them, and followed up by double Scrake and one more FP. Okay.
Nice freeze there. At one Fleshhound's Raging is gonna bring in he hit them pretty good. That's about the most damage I've seen so far someone take. So let's see. Good time for Z time for that front lane.
I don't see much in terms of extensions though, so yes, no Z time this time, but they don't really need it.
Sometimes even those couple little Z time extensions are just as good.
Yes, they can
Yeah.
go a long way. Even one
Yeah.
extension, like, which can help out
Yeah.
tremendously.
You really just have to make the most of it. as I'm sure Policedom is telling them how many extensions he has.
Yes, and that is like
And-
one of the things that like a good commando can do is that they will let the team know how many extensions to expect, right?
Yeah,
So that-
exactly.
yeah.
So when your commando says no promises on how many extensions, then you better make the most of those extensions.
Yeah, you gotta squeeze every little bit of damage in that extension. Right, another triple FP coming in, but it's kind of spread out as well, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And they get a Z time.
They're cooperating. That Husk is about to shoot though. Husk can cause a lot of trouble.
Oh, that FP! Did you see that? That FP
Oh,
was just
man.
like
That
wow.
FP helped him out. Why can't that ever happen when I play the game?
Yes, exactly.
I like shooting them.
I feel you right there.
Good
Nice
job.
amount of trash in the back. It's got a solo scrape back there. More flesh pounds coming in the front.
Ooh, okay,
Good
no,
freeze.
okay, pretty good freeze. Yes. It seems to me like the back lane, the trio lane, I mean, the one where SWAT is holding, is not really getting that much heavy stuff.
Right. Right. The large packs seem to really be focusing on the front lane. They seem
Yes.
to be the carousel. Scrake tried to sneak in through the back, but very quickly dealt with it once again. There is a fleshbound back there.
That
Just
two
as you said,
flash
there's not
bombs.
very large pack.
Yes.
Now they've finished the objective, so they can branch out and not worry about killing things within the zone, which looks like Alexandru's doing.
Now I want to point out how well Alexandru is doing, because
Right.
last round I believe we saw him on sharpshooter, and the other day I just saw him play commando as well.
Right.
And now he's playing gunslinger, and he's playing like incredibly well as well, which
Right,
just
he's-
shows how good of a player he is, like
Right.
on all three perks.
Yeah, he's a very versatile player, and you know, having versatility is really, really, really useful. You know.
Yes, it also helps the team a lot, right? Because they can rely on you just being like that backbone of all three perks. They need a gunslinger and you can do that. They need a sharp and you can do that. They need a commander, you can also do that. So it's
Indeed.
like it's really good that Alexandru can do three of them really, really well.
Indeed.
My crusade's ready. But
It's a nice clean wave 9.
Love a bit of
Yes.
Wave 10.
snow.
Again,
And
take a look at their armor. Like,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
They're not taking much damage at all. They are now going back to this hold. I think this would be a good time. Well, this wave will be a good wave to go to the war room.
Yes. Yeah, let's wait for like the opportune moment and yeah.
Mhm.
anyone want this? I don't need it. Who needs something dangerous?
Okay,
We're
let's
making
see.
great time. 36 minutes.
Unfortunately,
just
I
get it done.
don't think they will be getting time bonus. They only have like 360 time bonus left, and I don't think it will.
Mm-hmm.
They will be able to squeeze that in, especially like with the boss completion and like with the requirement of boss completion. So yeah.
Yeah, they need to pick up the pace.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think some spawns might not have worked in their favor.
Right.
So yeah, that can also influence that. But
Yeah.
overall, like this score is no joke. They will land probably like a 4K score, I think.
Yeah, barring any disaster, obviously. You know, if they
Yes.
keep this up, but you know, again, they cannot get comfortable. They gotta just be on their game. Just finish it out.
All right, and the wave 10 begins. So let's see what it brings for us. Double FP from far. Nothing with that time. Nothing to sweat about. Again, a very nice extension.
Right? Very good
Yeah,
extension chain.
very good extensions here. I was almost thinking that Policedom would go for that Scrake extension, like getting a Scrake prep and then like going for a Scrake extension. Ooh,
Mhm.
Emma's shouting for a freeze. Let's see what's going on.
Got a nice quarter pack here. Had about $1 there.
Yeah. Oh, dealt with really well. That
Right.
nail gun does so much work for QPs. It's actually incredible.
It does. I'm gonna send us over to the war room now, just so we can hear the rest of this wave.
All right, let's go.
And I think, yeah, I'd like to hear their communication.
Someone joined our Discord channel. They're listening in.
They know. They're knowers.
You want to start this, Emma?
I saw a little bit of Scrake.
Yeah, this next one too.
Do you need help?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We can just stay up. Finish this break too.
Do you have?
Our lane.
Okay, now I'm gonna take this hit real quick.
Oh, my bad.
You can
I
help
don't know.
me.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, it's coming left.
Yeah, I'm here.
Nothing. That's it.
Oh, that's it? Okay. I thought there was more FPs, but... Do you need rotate?
I hear stuff our lane.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's dead.
Freezing.
I'm with you on this right side. You guys got fucking good.
Got one. Another one. Another one.
It's dead.
Keeping low. Scrake left.
Just be careful. We should.
Yeah, that one's dead. We're good.
I already used 3 spares.
Jesus, dude.
What are you doing?
Just like
There's a left click, man.
I guess it exists. Oh,
That blood's good.
Yeah, blood food. Oh my
Left
god.
us.
Oh, rip.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reloading.
We're in around
Not
9.
sure.
FP.
There's FP body ammo. Oh, never mind.
Got 3 hits on it.
QP
Reloading.
gauntlet here.
Anyone want this?
Yeah, I'm on my last spare.
Yeah,
So
will you
sad.
actually use that many? That's actually kind of crazy.
So sad they don't have shots fired. for
Yeah,
them.
3 scripts. I'm also at it.
It's actually 4.
I only saw 3 at the time.
Oh wait, we don't need the stats. I just... Top, how many do you have when you first stab?
Banging one in.
Yeah.
I have
I have 3,300.
24,
I have 1,000 more shots than you.
2431. You have over
Look at the
1,000 more
blood
shots
line.
than me.
What the hell?
Watch it, reloading.
Ratch one's dead.
Not dead yet.
Pop the
I'll
blood.
sort that.
That QP was styling, dude.
Time for the boss wave tech.
Feel better now?
Fantastic. Thanks. The dream team
Wow.
is back together. Yeah, I'm
How
ready.
calm were they?
Exactly.
That was a really, really calm war room right there. They sounded serious, but they weren't stressed, right? They weren't overly panicked about everything. They were just very calm, really good communication. There wasn't a lot of like anytime someone said something, it meant something, right? You know, police
Yes.
saying,
Need
you
the
know,
right
whether
people for
he
the
has
right
extensions or
job.
not, you know, Topwolf calling out where the larges are. It was all very informative, but you know, there wasn't too much. It was very chill in there. It was really, really, that was really impressive. That was an
Yes.
impressive hold as well.
That was really well. They handled it incredibly well, and the communication was really top notch. It just shows that they practiced it really like a lot. No, we could see that I think they manipulated the spawn for the abomination, making him spawn right behind the corner. Really good move. Don't
Yep.
have to go and like look for him. I don't think
Yeah, great move.
it matters at this point because time bonus is gone, but it just like, you know, it's better this
Yeah.
way.
They just let him have it, you know. You know, A-Bomb, you gotta be a little careful with A-Bomb though. If he, you know, does his little, you know, Kirby move and sucks you in and bites you, that can really do a lot of damage. But
Yes.
they're,
we don't wanna-
staying on him.
It
What a
seems-
well-played match. I mean,
Incredible. Really good. This
This
is a
is-
nomadic run. This
Yeah.
was a nomadic run.
This
Did it
was a
feel like
no-
one? No.
yeah,
So
this was an impressive run. No medic. They did it in 42 minutes, which is it's a nice brisk pace, right? And
yes.
man, so let's look at the stats here at the end. Topwolf with almost 400,000 damage done, 95, almost 5 large Zeds away from the century mark. You know, that's just an impressive performance there by Topwolf. 1,970 headshots there by Emma. That is SWAT to a T right there. Right?
Let's go.
That's-
Yes, exactly.
that's SWAT. That is SWAT right there. Policedom leading kills as the commando usually is. And, you know, look at that.
Surprisingly.
438 healing done. By
Surprisingly, it was not even a SWAT doing all the healing.
right.
NQ, the
It was a
sharpshooter.
sharpshooter.
Yes. Incredible. Yes. It's just yeah. What a game. What a game.
Really, really well done. So hopefully, let's see who wants to do a quick interview with us. That was a really nice, fun, quick and chill match to watch.
I mean, what a great second round first game, right?
Right? You know, they set the stage in the last round too, right?
Yes.
This group set the stage in the last round, and they're setting the stage yet again in this round. Just overall, just an impressive performance both rounds so far by this team.
All right, we got Song and we got Topwolf coming in for the interview.
We
Two
got the
brothers.
Wolf Brothers, yep, from the
Yes.
Wolf Pack. Let's go.
Also, Topwolf being the mentor and Song being the co-mentor, which should give us like an incredible insight into like their thought process behind the whole thing.
Definitely. Let's bring them in now.
Yo.
What's up,
Here we
boys?
are, Songahmwolf and Topwolf. Really well done. Congratulations on a really well played run. I was just mentioning before to Ray that you set the stage in round one. You set the bar really high in round one, and you're setting the bar really high once again in round two. How does it feel?
Dude, that strat. So originally, I was of the opinion that you pretty much either go for objectives with medic or you do a no medic run. But we just like decided to meme see what we could do with no medic. And when we found out that pretty much all the objectives were completely doable, I was like, fuck it, let's just go for like the like biggest ego play ever and just no med, no survivalist, all the objectives, like do everything possible. We tried for a time score, but we couldn't get anything time-wise that was fast enough to beat out the objectives, so we just decided to go for it.
Right. There was a wave where the Zeds at the end really didn't want to like cooperate with you when it came to time. You really had to like kind of run them down, and it was like the longest wave, I think.
It was happening so much. You would not believe we tried some of like the most scuffed hold spots ever trying to get things to spawn close to us, and we couldn't do it. Like every single wave 10 was 3 minutes to 3 minutes 20 seconds depending, without fail, and so we just couldn't get it fast enough to beat out. Like 3900 was full health, full objective, no medic, so we just went for it. I think the best we got was a 3650, somewhere around there, with time bonus and no objectives, but
it was really well played. I do have a question. Why did you choose that hold as your main hold?
Yeah, I was about to talk about it. So basically, we sort of like by luck, like anecdotally found that spot was the fastest one when we were trying different spots. So we decided to hold there, and we did an entire mock match where we held there all 10 waves. And we figured out our rotations really well, and like we figured out how we wanted to play it during those practices so much that when we abandoned holding there for all 10 waves and decided to go for the objectives, we ended up just deciding that it was the best spot to hold for the non-objective waves because we had practiced it so well and we knew our protocol. And the best thing about it really is that everybody is so close together that heals and rotates are so easy. Like you just I switch off that middle lane to help Emma, who's playing SWAT on the left, and the commando can just look mid and then call for help if they need, and it's just super clean and easy to rotate everywhere and heal everybody. Both the main hold and the alt hold that are traditionally held in CD matches are like pretty split up. There's multiple lanes and there's walls between people. And so if somebody just gets unlucky comboed and doesn't have heals right away, it can result in really unfortunate deaths. So we just decided against it and to go with what we had practiced.
Right. To follow up on heals, we noticed something. You all were not taking that much damage at all overall.
That wave 8,
I think the top heals, the healing done was sub 500. So y'all did a really good job of not taking too many hits, too many unnecessary hits, and just not pressuring each other to heal each other. How pleased are you with your strategy to do that? Was that did that go well in practice, or was this like kind of like the run?
So our first run through, we kind of just like wiped the floor with everything, and we were like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then our second run, like we ended up having a lot of things go to shit. That wave 6 was personally the like scariest part of the entire thing for me because several times during practice we had like wild spawns from that back lane where like we would get a quad QP double FP or something crazy, and like it's so hard to deal with. And we've had it, I think we had it almost wipe us once or wipe us once, and then we had it cause deaths multiple times. And so going into wave 6 was like the biggest question mark for me. And once we passed that, I knew it was pretty much smooth sailing from there on out.
Right.
The rest of the waves are pretty manageable.
Right.
Even with the healing.
I have to ask for both of you, what was your favorite objective? Do you both have the same favorite objective, or did you have different favorite hold?
Man, that wave 4 is honestly like I ended up liking it so much because we held there the whole time.
I also liked wave 4.
I really like that wave 4 hold. I think it would be kind of fun to try to hold that like in a normal match. I mean, it's definitely suboptimal. I definitely think the other holds are better, especially if you have a medic. But we learned to make that hold work, and there's like something charming about it to me now, where like the rotates are so fast that we're literally just like. I think it's the thing that we did the most often, was just have people be so fluid. I mean, everybody had eyes in the back of their head. Everybody was running to where it needed to be. And the more smoothly we execute those rotations, I mean, the more that big scary spawns just get evaporated before they can really become a threat.
Right.
At the end of wave 8, there's a point I want to mention where we had all rotated and preserved our armor and HP so well that we, like, me and Song actually got a triple time raged FP on our lane. And it wasn't even a problem. I wasn't even worried about it. I saw all 3 of them coming in, and I just looked, and everybody still had full armor. It's like, there's no way this kills us. It can't kill anybody. Like, 3 FP hits cannot kill anybody from full armor, and that's even if we completely mess this up. And so, like, managing things from the early parts of the wave means that like big scary things like that just don't have as much of an impact.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
really well done.
We kept commenting on how little damage y'all were taking and how important that is for a no medic run. Speaking of that hold, that wave 4 hold, y'all had that really exciting, that FP came in and just kind of like barreled in, but y'all did a really good job of like holding that. One of my favorite things about that hold though, you kind of had 2 people at the doorway there, almost KF style. In KF1 you would put a berserker or something on the door and like kind of grind the door, almost KF1 style, like on the door looking out. It was really great. It was a really cool hold to see.
Yeah, we had a ton of fun with that.
Yeah, definitely. Did you plan on doing the no medic bonus this entire time?
Yes.
So
pretty much.
Originally, I was like, let's try a no medic and see how it goes. And it went so well that I was like, okay, let's see how it goes with objectives. And then when it went okay, it was like, well, like, yeah, we just practiced no medic the entire time. I don't think we did a single practice with a medic.
No, we didn't.
We had NQ playing M14 Hemo Sharp, and he was our like pseudo med. So you'll notice his damage is a little lower than you would normally expect of a Sharp. That's mostly because he's there to be like a freeze rotation and then like DPS assist, usually with on the SWAT lane, just because SWAT has trouble dealing with a bunch of solo larges depending on the situation. So
Right. Ray and I talked about the importance of fitting into a role and how, it's not always, you're not always leaning on a Sharp to kill larges, right? Sometimes you're leaning on a Sharp to just make some Z time, kill some trash, throw a couple freezes. We did both have a chuckle that your top healer was a sharpshooter. That is not something you see every day.
NQ was actually, if I remember right, pretty excited to try out like a hybrid med DPS Sharp. And a big thing for me personally with having somebody who's dedicated, like, main focus is making sure that people who take damage get healed promptly, is that it takes away the mental overhead of having to worry about what HP your teammates are at, or making sure that you get healed up right away or ask for heals right away. The big deal when you run medic isn't just how strong medic is with the buffs and the healing output. It's just that you don't have to think about it. Like I
Right.
forget playing with medics so much that I even have to worry about like taking damage past a certain point, like past multiple raging FPs. Like you really don't have to worry about any chip damage that you take. And it was the
Right.
same thing with NQ, able to kind of sit in the corner and just heal. Is like if I take a little bit of damage here and there, I know that somebody's going to heal me. I don't have to ask about it. I don't
Mhm.
have to look around as much and break my DPS rotation just to switch to a med pistol and heal somebody, unless the situation really calls for it.
Right, definitely. Ray, do you have any questions you would like to ask the Wolf brothers?
Yes, of course. First of all, congratulations, boys. Let's go. Huge win. Actually incredible. Really well played. Right. So I have a question. So like you chose SWAT, and originally I thought
Mhm.
that you would pick SWAT for the Z time healing, right? It was like the 201. But it didn't seem to be the case. Like NQ being the top healer was like really surprising, and Emma like not being not using 201 all that much. Obviously you weren't taking a lot of damage, but yeah, I want
Yeah.
to understand like because if that's the case, what was the logic behind picking SWAT? You could have like as well just gone support, right? Because support is like
Mhm.
really good for ASL, QPs, also for like these tight holds, for example, like wave 3 on barn or some of the lanes like alleyway support would be really good. So yeah, like what's the thought process?
So I actually did originally pick the SWAT because the 201 Z time is like my favorite form of off medic healing. And the nice thing about SWAT and Slinger is that they play really similar. They're both kind of like Z time DPS kings. I mean, SWAT is just doesn't have quite the same output, especially in real time. And so Emma was already pretty familiar with how to play it. There wasn't a whole lot to teach there. I don't know that she's super familiar with support, which is one reason. And the other is that she was having a lot of fun with it. Like, we considered putting her on Slinger and having Alex switch to SWAT, and he offered to do that. But she was like, no, I want to play the SWAT. I'm having fun with it. And the 201 healing there was there if we needed it, but we didn't end up needing it because the hemo healing and also the, like, bleed debuffs were so good that it just didn't. We didn't end up needing it.
Also,
We
you
had
guys
enough
just
output.
yeah, you guys also just didn't take damage, so there's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no need for healing if you just kill everything before it gets to you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's like the only question I have. So
Okay, yeah,
you guys pretty
Yeah.
much answered everything. Like I had a couple questions, but the more like you explained, the less questions I have. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Real quick, how do you feel about Thrills Chills? For me, it's a very nostalgic map. I love the atmosphere of the map. I bet, I'm sure this team's after a while of practicing and are sick of it, but, let's give me your thoughts on Thrills Chills.
Oh, it's one of my favorite maps. Has been, especially ever since Coco found that alt hold. Bless him.
Yeah,
I love that
Ray
alt
and I were
hold so
talking about that
much.
hold.
It is.
Because the main hold has a problem where pretty much the Mando Slinger lane gets all the action, and a lot of the times the other lanes are left to twiddle their thumbs a lot. And I know the CD edit patched up that solo back lane. It's a little more interesting now, but the alt hold really ties it all together to me. It feels like a perfect hold. I really enjoy it, but we ended up
Right.
liking that wave 4 hold so much that we just ditched all the other alternative and like main holds altogether.
Right, most definitely. And lastly, do y'all have an MVP? Let me get an answer from each of you.
Oh man, we were talking about this beforehand, and it's so hard because I feel like things have been up and down in practice, but today, like for the match, literally everybody pulled out all the stops. I was actually really impressed with Emma's SWAT because it is not that easy to do that much damage on SWAT. Like I was checking the numbers throughout our practice before our match today and during the match, and she's just absolutely killing it. I mean, just blowing up stuff, and I can't do that on SWAT. That prick does not do enough damage for me. I can't do good enough with the nail gun, but that shit was going crazy. And it was really clutch because we can't, traditionally in that spot you'd run a triple slinger, but it's banned here, so you kind of just have to have the discount slinger, and she definitely made it work with what she had.
I
How
think
about
I
you,
also
Song?
agree. I think Emma was doing really, really well for playing with SWAT, and like I don't know how often she plays it, but it was really good. And it was really nice, and it also gave like opportunity for Alex to be able to play Gunslinger, and it's something that he wants to play, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, most definitely. And hey, Song. As a sharpshooter player, I was going on throughout the game about the value of not only the amount of Z time that sharpshooters can create, but the amount of the helpfulness of having so many freezes on hand. Could you elaborate for me, as a sharpshooter player, on how useful having so many freezes on a team is?
So like the reason why it's like really nice, especially since we had NQ like on top, like so it was both me and him. Since most of the time me and him were like in separate lanes, kind of, it allowed us to be able to freeze like large groups in like very efficiently, and it was really like well laid out for almost every single one of the holds. So like typically I would be on the opposite side of the hold of whatever hold we were doing. So if a freeze was needed, I didn't need to rotate or anything. They could just
Right.
freeze the larges instantly, and they could be dealt with very quickly. It's just really like freezes are just really strong for larges in general.
Right. I noticed that your war room was really calm and collected.
Yeah.
It's very calm and collected. Ray and I
Yeah.
went in there. We specifically targeted wave 10. Ray and I
Mhm.
were like, yeah, we want to see this last hold on wave 10. We're going to hop in there. And y'all were just like, yeah, we got a large right here. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, we
Yeah.
got that huge like quad
Yeah.
QP spawn on Emma's lane. It was like, oh, there's 4 QPs here. There were 4 QPs here. They're gone now. I'm going back to my lane.
Can
Um,
each of
yeah,
you
go ahead.
speak on the importance of keeping calm, but also being as informative as possible when you do say something, right? And I was thinking like you said and every time someone said something, it meant something. I would
Mhm.
like to hear an answer from each of you, just for our viewers.
Yeah,
So
so we actually. Oh, yeah, I didn't think. You want to go first?
yeah,
Go for it.
so typically like so like I'm talking about wave 10, by the way. So for the hold there, like typically I would call out long for like larges because they were so far away, and we wouldn't want stuff to time rage, that being FPs for time rage. So we would typically start them before their time rage even happened, so they could start moving their way towards us, so we could kill them along the way. And typically we did that for Scrakes as well. It also kind of helps out like just like clear the larges in general, because you don't want to like have them stack up or anything, especially like Scrakes and stuff, since they
Most
walk a bit
definitely.
slower from that left lane, and you want to just take them down or at least get them started so they start running towards you quicker.
Right, most definitely.
What was I think that's about it for me. Like communicate. Oh yeah, and like calling out larges, I guess. Like just normally calling out larges, especially when it's like a bigger group, is definitely huge. But that's about the only things like I would normally communicate with.
Yeah,
Like, and
definitely.
that just keeps it like not clustered with stuff, you know.
Right.
So we actually had like communication is one of the things we had to work on the most because like my personal tendency is to just not talk, and like people who play with me in a lot of the harder queues can attest to the fact that like when I get a big spawn, I literally sometimes will just be like, oh, or also just say and then that's just like my cue that there's way too much stuff in my lane, and I just have to try to start killing it all, and so like I won't like necessarily communicate super clearly, or like we'll have moments where people just try to take things on their own, and like talking more about what to do, especially more liberally using our freezes and communicating when to do so was a really important thing. And then the other deal, like Ray will remember during last tourney how we had this like what was it like what's the word, to like telepathic communication about what large to start at what point.
Yes,
Like we both
yes.
had the exact same prioritization to the point where we didn't end up needing to like clog the comms at all by calling out what we were gonna take next. Like we just knew. We both knew what the other person was thinking at all times, and that kind of thing is also really important to have that sort of like synergy built between players where you don't necessarily have to communicate as much because you know what the other person's thinking, and that's something that can really only be built with a lot of experience.
Yes, definitely. I would like to thank you both for coming in and talking after the match. I know it's probably late, and the match definitely takes some, mental energy, right? But I'd like
It
to thank you
does.
both for coming over here. I would like to thank the entire audience for watching and listening. I would like to thank my awesome fellow crewmates, Ray and Melon. They are the best. We have 5 more matches tomorrow, everybody. So please stay tuned. Be ready for some more really entertaining summer CD. These guys right here, the Wolf Brothers, the Wolf Pack, they really, 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 really set the bar really high. And so I'm excited to see how the other teams answer this call, right? These guys have, these first 2 rounds have really set the bar high. I'm really excited to see it. Thank you very much for coming in. I think this will wrap up the stream for the night. Thank you, everybody else. Stay tuned tomorrow for more of Tamari's Summer Showdown CD.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
us.
boys. GG.
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 All right.
Yep. Goodbye, everybody. Until next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.